Hello, everybody, on this Sunday. Welcome to Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. I'm with Daryl Marie. We're going to talk about Cape Town racing now, go through the card with you. Hopefully, you had a good Grand World Sports Betting Grand Heritage Day on Saturday. Sunday, well, let's get through the card. 069 164 3272. That's our WhatsApp number. And we're also on X on Weighted to Win. That's on our X platform. There's the QR code if you're watching DSTV 240 Betway. You can open your account with them. And we look forward to you being part of the Betway family. In terms of Blue Voucher, well, I can tell you that they are giving up to 200,000 Rand away, as you can see, with the festive season. Christmas, Merry Christmas, everybody. Next week, just SMS your serial number to that number on screen, and you stand a chance of winning up to 200,000 Rand. Cape Town card, Daryl will know more about it. I can just tell you quickly before I go to Daryl that number. The latest on the betting is that number 9, I Am Sam, is the 11 to 10 favourite. 10, Vologov is a 22 to 10 second favourite. 7 to 1, about 8, Behave Harris. And it's 10 to 1. The horse they have been a little bit of money for. Number 14, Big Deal, has shortened into 10 to 1. 12 to 1 and better, the balance. Peter Muscat has good form when he goes there, and they have their runners. Daryl?
Absolutely. Clyde, pull up the Source's debut efforts. You've got time to pull up his replay there for me.
Yes.
I Am Sam. For those people who want to watch replays, you can go onto the Racing Today website, click on archives, and you can get all the replays there. But you really need to see how unfortunate he was on debut. Not once, not twice, but 3 times he was met with interference, and he took off in the latter stages. Probably going to get second in another 50 meters or less. Gavin gets aboard him over the very same course and distance. A real live wire here, Clyde. Just in that race, there was a horse called, let me get this right, Eugenius, who he beat by a neck. Now, admittedly, he should have beaten Eugenius by 4 or 5 lengths. But there is a line of form with his biggest danger, Vologov. And in his penultimate starts, he beat Eugenius himself by 3 lengths. And one has to say that he's improved in his second run after rest. So I don't think there's going to be much on paper. Obviously, Vologov showed pace in his second run after rest.
Yeah.
But I Am Sam, based on his debut effort, he could get it right in his second start.
So you're not bankering in the bipot, you're going both,
Let's just double up.
Do double up. Okay, so 9 and 10 in the first leg of the bipot. That's what we're going to do for what does appear to be an affordable cost, perhaps an easier card, 36 Rand. Third race, welcome back. Where are we now? This is a fillies and mares, and it's a middle stakes over 1,500 meters where 4 Ukuduma is the favourite. They've priced this up at the moment 22 to 10. Was 5 to 2 yesterday on Friday when we're doing the show. When I say yesterday, I'm talking about Thursday now, and has shortened since then. 6, Goodness Gracious Me, is currently at 33 to 10. Number 3, Another Dream, is at 9 to 2 at the moment. That's also drifted a bit. The 7, Educator, is trading at 9 to 2 as we speak. Did open at 4 to 1. And number 1, Barbalicious, is trading at 5 to 1. 11 to 2, 5, Lock and Key. They're all in here. I might as well quote them all. And number 2, Berry's Boogie, 16 to 1. All right, Mr. Murray, let's talk about it. You got Ukuduma in here, 2 from 3, has done nothing wrong. She's done nothing wrong to date. And Educator, tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, now on paper, Ukuduma beat Educator. Educator was returning or was having her first starts in the province. She had raced in KZN prior to that. And Grand Paul was aboard her that day. She was in need of that run. She didn't finish too far behind Ukuduma, but I'm of the opinion she's way better than that effort. Then last time Clyde, in a penultimate start behind Reed Petite, who came out and ran a smashing second in the Fillies Guineas. She was giving Reed Petite weight that day. She was giving Reed Petite 3.5 kilograms, and Craig Zaki unfortunately found interference. I expected more from her in the Fillies
Yeah,
Guineas
what happened
last
at
time
last
out.
start? Yeah.
The WSB Cape Fillies Guineas behind Quick Step Girl.
Strong, very
But
strong form. Strong
there's
horse.
not much separating Reed Petite and Educator on form. She should have finished much closer.
Yeah.
But you need to realize how that race was run. Gavin Lorena controlled the pace up front on Quick Step Girl.
Right.
Reed Petite sat up second. They finished first and second. That tells you not much ran on from behind.
Yes.
And she was one of them that was just caught a little bit flat-footed.
Yeah.
This race, I expect her to bounce back to a better form. I'm not sitting here saying it's overs, but based on what I saw in her penultimate start, she's very, very capable. And it's a case of either going several over here or banking her. I'm taking my chances. I'll bank at number 7, Educator, in the bar pots and the place accumulator. She is my first choice. I do have respect for others, but I think she's actually met the right field to return to winning ways. So, Educator, duck or no dinner.
Yeah, okay, well, we're going in Educator into the Christmas week. We're saying that's the right one. Sean Veal is riding her, and we're bankering her in the bipod. In fact, we may even back her. All right, back with us. Welcome back. This is race number 4 now. Let's get our pick sixes on out at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on this Sunday. And I can to give you the latest on the betting, where they bet 7-2 the field in this race. And number 5, Handsome Prince, is top of the boards at 7-2. 6, Red Dawn, is 7-2. They all opened at that price. There hasn't really been much movement in as far as what I can see here. One on the card, or the next one on the card, is the 4, Nordic Chief, who's at 7-2. Then you got number 3, Hat's Pride, at 9-2. And number 2, Count of Ruin, who is at 5-1. 5-1, the 7, Song to the Moon. 10-1 and better the others. It's a stakes kind of race. Weights show a horse, the outsider, is the best in the race, Pontypridd, but don't like the race at all. Mr. Marie, what do you think?
I've gone the entire field of
Yeah, what do you imagine?
Let's just say that Hat's Pride, the horse is in great form since returning from a rest. Stable's in great form. Chad's riding extremely well. What can I say, Clyde? You have to respect his chances. Now, number 2. On Perfectly Placed, that week they interviewed Andrew Fortune, and he said he had sat on this horse, and he thinks he's a very, very nice individual. He didn't run to expectations on that occasion. In fact, he didn't beat the horse home. He ran last behind Good For You. But Clyde, you have to be happy with his Western Cape debut in his penultimate start when he ran behind Vapor Trail. Now he's having his 3rd run. And if you look at the pace angle of this race, he could potentially find himself in front. And if that's the case, he could settle this time round. Because last time out, he was just doing it too fiercely. So I can see him improving. He's a nice horse, and you have to take Andrew Fortune's comments seriously. I mean, the man knows what he's talking about, especially when lining up horses, isn't it?
Mm.
But have a look at his mount now, number 4, Nordic Chief. Now, recently, well, in his last 10 starts, the furthest he's been is 1200. But I went back further in his form, and you know, Mr. Null put him in a mile in his 5th career start. So originally he thought he's going to stay. And now that he's strengthened up, his half-sister by Judd Pont won races over 2,000 meters. Maybe this is what he's looking for at this stage of his career.
I would imagine he's looking for this ground, yes.
So I'm leaning towards Nordic Chief as the likely winner, but I've got the field in the pick 6.
Field in the pick 6. We are bankering later on. That was all the rage. Okay, let's get on to race number 7 now. It's a C Stakes race. It's over 1,800 meters. Should run at about 5-3. And the latest on the betting this morning is at number 2, Future Free, is top of the boards. Priced up at 22-10, much the same. 22-10 as we speak. 6, Coco's Hero is next in. Is at 22-10. Joint favourite. The 5, Arbitration, is trading at 33-10. 3, Baton Rouge is 5-1. 4, Ignite the Fire, 6-1. And it's double figures about the others. Now, it's a very good race because Future Free, I think, is on the up, personally. Ignite the Fire is on the up. He's won his last 2 starts. This horse, Arbitration's in great form. Coco's Hero's won 3 of his last 3 starts. So he's another one on the up. But having said all of that, Daryl, I kind of just like the way Future Free's going. I like the way he moves. He's got Richard on him now. I actually wanted to banker him today. I just want to hear what you have to say before I do.
Yeah, I've only backed him up with one horse, and that's Ignite the Fire. Now, like you say, there are several others in form over here. Coco's Hero is in great form. He's extremely well related, Clyde. We know that. And he's probably going to appreciate the longer running. But have a look who he beat last time out. Arbitration. And have a look who Arbitration's been ridden by recently. JP van der Merwe. Now, JP rides plenty for Justin Snaith. And he said, no. I'm want to ride Ignite the Fire. Surely it's his choice for
Yes.
Mr. Bortz.
Yes, I would imagine so.
And Clyde, he's been very impressive since returning from that layoff. He needed that comeback effort at Durbanville. Then he won impressively, and then last time I'd start to finish, never in doubt. He's a half-brother to Land of the Rising Sun, who's won over 2,000 meters himself. But Land of the Rising Sun's by Danon Platina. And in my mind, he's more of a miler sire. Whereas Fire Away has got a lot of stamina. So I'm certain that he's going to appreciate the 1800. And if you go to the best weighted column, he's only having his 5th start and he's joint best in of year. And he's got a lot more to come.
Yeah.
So Ignite
he's
the
the
Fire
danger,
is
is
a
he?
big danger. But Future Free, the half-brother to 8 on 18, disappointed last time out. But he was probably in need of that. And we may look back and say, you know what, he wasn't really that disappointing. Regulation bolted up by 4.5 lengths that day. Regulation came out and won the Peninsula Handicap,
The form's been very
beating
good.
proper racehorses. So
Okay,
the
so you're
form's
happy
very
with
good.
that,
So for me, the race stops there. 2 and 4. I'm surely convinced
I'm
that.
bankering the 2, but thank
Okay.
you. 2 and 4 for you. By banker 4 in the next race, we've already told you guys that we're bankering All the Rage, and that's how we want to play the jackpot. Race number 6 on the card. Let's have a look at this. This is a Class 3 over 1,200 meters, and this is our banker. We've been telling you we want to go with All the Rage. Let me bring you up to speed with the latest betting. Currently priced up at 12 to 10. That's the price I think he opened. There hasn't been a movement for him yet. Perhaps come Sunday he would have shortened. I don't know. We're doing this Friday morning. He does look very hard to beat in his current form. Second choice, number 5, who's 3 Tigers, who's trading at the moment at 5 to 1. Number 2, Golden Destiny, is at 11 to 2. Number 9, Cognac, is 6 to 1. And it's 10 to 1 about the 6, Master of the Desert. They bet 12 to 1 and better about the balance. Hard to beat, Daryl. I mean, we thought last time they did win, eh?
Yes, we did.
What did you make of his last start that he never won?
That wasn't him, Clyde. In the
Wasn't he?
sophomore, I don't think that was nowhere near his best.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and say, people are going to say on paper, 3 Tigers has got a chance to reverse the form. I mean, he's 1.5 kilos better off for a length and 3/4, if I'm not mistaken, or a length and 1/4. But I was bitterly disappointed with his last effort. I just didn't think I didn't see him at his best.
Candace had a good week, huh?
Candace and Aldo are firing. They're getting into this meeting on
top
Cloud 9. I'm telling you, Clyde, he's here to set the record straight. And that's where it stops for me. I'm backing him. I'm excited.
Okay, there we go. That's the story. Daryl's excited. All the Rage win this. Let's take a look at what our recommendations are for the next jackpot. Banker 4, and then we're loading up after this. To a D Stakes we go. It's over 1,200 metres now. Race number 7 on the card. And let me bring you up to speed with the betting. It becomes more difficult now for the rest of your Sunday afternoon. 7, 8 and 9, not easy races. But number 7, Demores, top of the boards. And that's priced up at 22 to 10. That's what she opened and what she is at this Friday morning. 1, Ozark, is trading at 3 to 1. Now they've backed this. This was 4 to 1. Has shortened Friday morning into 3 to 1. So there's money for that. Number 3, Lover's Lane, is trading at 33 to 10. So he's drifted slightly from opening at 3 to 1. 2, Bonnebush, is trading at 8-1, number 2 at the moment. 8-1, the 8, Gravity. That's the price about Gravity, also drifting in the betting. 4, Shifting Path is trading at 10-1. That's drifted out, right out. And number 6 on the card here, Walter Goldberg, is also drifted out to 10-1. The other in the race is Claude Monet, who's 12. So they're backing, at this moment in time, they're backing Ozark. But I guess they've all got De Maurier to beat. Is that right?
I prefer up the Kenilworth Straight, and she proved that last time out. She's best at this stage of her career up the straight. She doesn't seem to corner very well, Clyde. Yeah, she's got a chance. I mean, she's one of the better weighted horses in the race. She's joint best in with Bonnebush. Now, if you recall Bonnebush last time out, Clyde, we stuck the viewers in, and I wasn't happy 50 meters into the race. I thought Nicola was going to let rip and should be on a bicycle and clear of the balance of the field, but she wasn't. She was pacing it out with him next to the front runners. We tipped 2 of Shane Nambi's horses that day. Remember?
Yes, I do.
Palace Gift
Yes.
and Bonnebush, and the money came for Palace Gift and it won.
Correct.
But now Andrew Fortune is aboard her. If you go back in form, she actually beat De Maurier, and she's better off at the weights. She beat her by 5 odd lengths. So I can see Bonnebush winning this time round. She disappointed me last time out, but this time round I can actually see her going close. If you like her, Gravity's got a chance, and Ozark's got a chance.
Yeah, there are a few.
Listen, these horses, Clyde, with all due respect, they're not going to Hollywood, and anything can happen. Numbers 1, 2, and 7 are my top 3 selections, hence me suggesting a double with them included. But in my pick 6 and my jackpots, I went the entire field.
Okay, open race. The race should go off at about 10 past 4. All right, welcome back to channel DSTV 240. If those of you are watching there, or whatever platform you've joined us here on Betway's Weighted to Win on this Sunday afternoon. And there's a reminder of some of the housework with regards to Weighted to Win, our platforms that we're on. You can choose X or WhatsApp or the Betway. Go to Betway's website and open up your account using that QR code if you wish, by just holding up your camera. This race, there's some money for a couple of horses, shrewd money, for the horse like Jordash, number 5 on the card, is shortened to 7-1, opened up at 8-1, so a bit of interest in her. And they're backing a horse called So Hot, So What, who's shortened from 10-1, is now trading at 7-1. They backed those two, although Disting is top of the boards at the moment. She's currently the 18-10 favourite. She looks like the right horse in the race, but again, it's one of those that it's an open race. I was just talking about channel DSTV 240 when I started here, because I saw the stats come through yesterday to show how many people watch on DSTV on channel 240 at one given. I mean, yes, we've got our YouTube viewers. I think we get a couple of thousand YouTube views or whatever. But 45,000 people watch the show at one given time.
Sure.
So just make, when you start tipping here, just remember.
And I get sworn broken on YouTube.
Just know that we've got 45,000 people watching us at the moment, and Christmas is now nearly 48 hours away.
Well,
yeah, work it out what you want to do. I'll leave it to you.
Can I say to the 45,000 of you?
Yes, and I'm guessing probably more.
Tune in to Monday's show for the Vaal on Tuesday.
And is that our Christmas gift?
Yes,
is it?
Yes.
There we go. Beautiful.
Clyde, go to the front of the computer form. There's a comment for Jordash. And Mr. Muscat says, we'll need the run. And obviously Gavin Arena probably had the choice of rides because he's riding for Mr. Muscat on the day. He's opted to ride So Hot, So What, who he gets a great tune out of. He's won 2 on her and finished second twice on her. I don't think she's, excuse me, Clyde, been quite at her best since being back in the Cape. But if you look at the best weighted column, Jordash and Maoni Weakest are joint best in. Third best in, only half a kilogram behind them is So Hot, So What. She's extremely well weighted over here. I can see her featuring. But the one I'm leaning towards is Artiste, number 1. I prefer over 1200 at this stage of her career. So last time out, outclassed over a distance short of her best. Then go to her penultimate start. It was her second run after rest. She's better off at the weights with this thing. Go back to her third run back in her form line. She actually beat this thing on that occasion, or Tanneron. She beat Tanneron and she's better off at the weights. So I think she's going to run a much improved race, number 1, Artiste. But I liked what I saw from Tanneron last time out in her second run after rest. It was a great effort. Aldo knows her well. Aldo's won twice on her, finished second twice on her. She's my second selection. And I do have respect for Disting and so what. But I'm going 1, 3 in that order.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I see that. So those selections exclude the early favourite. Make a note of that. And it excludes the horse they've also backed, Jordache. Remember our double into the last. Okay, this is the last one on the card now, the final race here. And let's have a look at the betting. Number 1, She's Got Class as top of the boards. And that's been priced up at the moment at, what price is that? 5-2. She was 3-1 earlier. They backed her into 22-10, but now 5-2 at the moment. Number 9, One Dance, is currently trading at 9-2, a slight drift about that. 3, American Ultra, is trading at 6-1. Number 4, Got the Look, is at 7-1. 8-1, number 2, Miraculous. And number 7 on the card is Splash of Colour, who is trading at 10-1. You can get 10-1 and better about the balance. So, early money for Des McLachlan's horse. You like it? She Got Class?
I do like it. She's now teed up to run a cracker clutch. She's had her 2 runs after a break. Last time out, she only found 1 too good, and that was Call Me Secret. Now, Call Me Secret, Clyde, since then ran in the WSB Cape Fillies Guineas. I know she was beaten into 6th or 7th position, but her rating increased from a 91 to a 105. And yeah, you got a horse now, a 4-year-old filly who's super fit. So I don't think Grant Funnikek's going to come out of Stallgate 1 and look to restrain her. He's going to let her roll, and she loves the Kenilworth Straight. She's a real live wire here. Now, Mr. Marshall tried One Dance, number 9, over a bit further in her penultimate start. And I don't know if it was his decision or Sean Veal's advice, but last time out, he brought her back up the straight. And he put a set of blinkers on her. And she couldn't have been more impressive. I know the runner-up disappointed midweek, but the runner-up wasn't settled around the bend. That was 7-0 Trump. She really raced far too fiercely. And there's a 4-year-old filly who's only rated 75. She could prove to be well ahead of the handicapper, number 9, One Dance. And then have a look at number 2, Miraculous. I mean, I think, won her second start or a third start up the Kenilworth Straight. And I said to myself, here's a filly that's going to go through the divisions. And I cannot believe she's a one-time winner a year later. I just can't fathom that out. She is her own worst enemy. But if number 1 strings them along up that inside running roll, and she settles, Clyde, she's more than capable. That I can sit here and say she does have the ability. So I've suggested, I think, an exacta box, numbers 1, 2, and 9. I go as far as saying you can box those in the trifecta and triple float in the quartet.
Okay, good to hear the confidence. 1, 2, 9 for our last race here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Thanks for joining us on the weekend. Monday we're going to Fairview. That's right, eh? Monday we're in Port Elizabeth or Quebeca. And Tuesday is the Christmas box from Daryl Marie. We're going to the Vaal.